Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early November 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here just so we could test out the energy, see what's going on for the lovely Taurus people out there. What's going on, my guides? Yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always very interesting. Let's get it going here. What's up with Taurus, please? Hope you are all absolutely fabulous. So what's up here? Let's get this card quick, my guys, please. Thank you. All right, nice. So we have this big card of action showing up here. This is big forward movement, forward momentum. Very much like the Chariot. This is one of my favorite oracle cards in the whole entire deck. For some reason, there's something about this imagery that's just nice to me. But it's all about that future focus and moving head forward. Before we start peeling back the layers on that, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it, my friends. But into the reading, enough of the promo. If you look at the images on this card, it's come up for Taurus a time or two. This is a big card of forward movement and progress, like I was saying, one foot after another. But this one is more of like somebody revving up to get something going. Notice all the images are facing a similar direction. We have the birds, which is a martlet, by the way. We have the ship, we have the person. So all full steam ahead, let's go, let's get this moving. This is a fiery wand type of energy whenever I see it. So there could be things progressing in big ways in the coming days and weeks. Things changing, things evolving, transforming. Nice. And life is all about continuous evolution, but there might be a little fire to it. Okay, and I'm already picking that up here. This is similar to the Chariot to me. Like, let's get it going. But let's get into tarot. I always say that card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote for us. We're going to get you 3 in the upright before we intuitively clarify, get that juiciness. So what's going on here for Taurus, please? My guides. So, last week's reading, and you know me, I like to keep the title simple. It was titled Massive Win Incoming, so hopefully you guys have had some good ones, right? And wins, they do come in all different shapes and sizes. It could be a moral win. It could be a monetary win, a romantic win. The energy was looking scrumptious for the Taurus collective last week. So hopefully good things have been happening. You know, energy is never set in stone, though. It's always fluid. So just take this how it hits for you, okay? Because we could be looking at the energy of those around you. Let's get 3 out here. But the energy was looking really nice. All right, different energy starting us off. It's all good, though. Doesn't ruin the reading, but we got the 3 of Swords in position number 1. If you watch tarot, you know what that means. Now, all cards are on a spectrum. It could be something very minor. It could be something major. Okay, here we go. We got the 5 of Cups. So I was getting a little too far ahead of myself talking about the massive wins last week. Got the River of Tears. Those cards do go together like peanut butter and jelly. It's something to watch out for. Now we got the Page of Cups on the back end. So we do have a cup-heavy spread here, Taurus. There's a lot of emotion here. We're going to have to break this thing down one by one. Then we'll get into the intuitive, juicy stuff. But let's get these classical meanings out of the way. So position number 1, the 3 of Swords. If you read tarot, if you watch tarot, even if you don't, this is one of the most iconic cards. It has the heart with the 3 swords cutting through it. So it represents pain. If we're going to be simplistic, it could just represent hurt feelings, pain. It could be something very minor, like little anxieties, little nervousness. It could also be something very major, like being brokenhearted, down in the dumps. Especially with what we got next to it, the 5 of Cups, but we're not going to go too far into that just yet. This could be a warning. Now, all swords do represent the mind state, so this could be someone who's like really in their head about something. This could represent pain, straightforward, especially since it's next to the 5 of Cups. Now, the 5 of Cups is generally referenced as the River of Tears, okay? It is a card of crying, tears being shed, somebody who, this is more of a depression type of energy, whereas the 3 of Swords is like heartbreak or anxiety, nervousness. This one is like somebody who's like down in the depths, down in the dumps, like emotional rock bottom type of energy. So we do want to see what clarifies these, because these energies aren't the be all end all at the top. We still have to get the juicy stuff. But when I see this, it's somebody who's looking at the spilled cups as opposed to what they still have, looking at what they've lost as opposed to what they still have retained. So the Five of Cups could represent loss as well. If it's not tears, if it's not all that other stuff. Let's just keep pressing forward. So as you can see, we have possible warnings here in the first two cards. Moving to the back end, we got the Page of Cups. Communication has been very important in all the earth signs for early November. I'll tell you that. I think in the Virgo one, we had the Page of Cups as well. I always say all pages are communicators. Pages are also students. This could represent a child or a younger individual, okay? It could, if it's not a water sign, it could be someone you have an age difference with as well. But when I see this Page of Cups, it is a card of emotional outpouring, letting someone know how you feel, okay? This card can be prone to repression as well, pushing things down, keeping things to oneself, right? Because this card could be a bit bashful, shyness. So we really want to tie all this in together, because when I get a page, especially the Page of Cups, a big card of communication, next to the Three of Swords, next to the Five of Cups, this is somebody that could be in some pain, and they might not be communicating it, and it could be very beneficial for them to do so. Let others know how you're truly feeling. Sometimes just letting other people talk it out with you could be very healing. But let's dive deeper on all of it, Taurus. Let's jump in and clarify. We're going to get a good shuffle here. And like I was saying, this doesn't just have to be your energy. This could just be someone you're close to going through one. But let's get it going. Shuffle it up here. Interesting that like from week to week, we've had such a big dynamic swing. But yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's see what's up with that Three of Swords. And as always, if you're a tarot reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind. You won't be stepping on my toes. All right, Three of Swords time. Why is it here for Taurus? Thank you. Okay. Getting down to the root of something. I'm catching harsh words here. I'm catching conflict. We have the Ace of Swords in the upright underneath this Three of Swords. And this, whenever I see the Three of Swords, it has an air of seriousness to it. And I always say it, like, it is the sword of truth. It could be things getting cut. So a lot of you could have lost something recently, someone or something, and like you're really feeling the pain of that, or you're really coming to realizations of that. Like, wow, it's gone. Or wow, this person's really gone. Like, that's the vibe I'm picking up here, Taurus. Do with it what you will. Obviously, there's a lot of Tauruses going through a lot of different things. But the Three of Swords with the Ace of Swords, that's the first thing that's popping up into my mind. Aside from that, though, this could be some sort of harmful communication, some conflict, some explosiveness, you know what I mean? Even though we have a lot of cups and swords here. Like, this is very harsh. This is very serious. So this could be a serious warning if I were to just throw a blanket label on it, especially with feelings of the heart, emotions, mind. Like, I'm catching a whole ball of wax here, Taurus. Let's keep moving on. But I am getting this little inherent feeling of loss. It's the oddest thing, which that normally doesn't show up in my spreads. Let's keep going. We're going to see what's up with that Five of Cups. I'm not going to keep pounding that message home. It is what it is. It could just be a warning about how you're feeling. Let's see what's going on, because we still have a lot to go. So why is that Five of Cups here? Okay. Yeah. This is rough. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse underneath the Five of Cups. Devastation. Devastation. I mean, that's the simplest but most potent way to put it. Okay, and like, once again, just to reiterate, I'm not saying it's you, but this is somebody who is really, really going through it here with this Knight of Cups in reverse. Now, for a portion of you, this could represent romance that has gone sour. You might be experiencing issues with water signs or romance in general. But aside from that, when I see the Knight of Cups, especially with the Page of Cups and stuff like that, this is one's emotional state. It's their emotional well-being. This is a warning once again. So we have a double down of the seriousness warning, the serious warnings that somebody needs some help here, being pulled out of the depths. Like, this is feeling like a rock bottom type of energy. And I've been saying it feels like loss. If you've recently gone through a loss, or someone close to you's recently gone through a loss, they're having a very, very tough time coping with it, even if they're not speaking about it. There could be a lot of realizations coming in here, okay? Let's keep moving. I'm not going to pound on this too much. It is what it is. Pain. And if you subscribe to me, you know I try to stay as optimistic as possible. When I'm picking up the energies, when I'm feeling the things, I'm going to let you know. I have to let you know. I can't sugarcoat every single thing. Let's see what's up with that Page of Cups. Maybe we'll have a happy ending on this one. So why is this Page of Cups here? This Page of Cups here. Thank you. Yeah. All right, good. Everything's going to be okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles underneath this Page of Cups, okay? And it's giving me, I don't want to say like this savior type of energy, but like just when all hope seems lost, or just when things are getting to their breaking point, something huge is going to come in. All right. And it's giving me the same energy I was picking up last week about the massive win, the massive victory. The Nine of Pentacles is absolutely beautiful, abundant, overflowing, and beautiful stability. It's also a card of independence, but when I see it under this Page of Cups, it is just good news or something coming in. A lot of you might need to have a talk, right? If you are experiencing any of the feelings I was speaking about right here, you need to talk about it. All right, that's going to make you feel much better. And yes, a lot of us have these feelings of independence, like we could go through things alone. I could handle it on myself. I don't want to put it on anybody else's shoulders, but somebody might need to relieve a burden here and talk about something, okay? So the energy of a serious, important talk is here as well. But the main vibe I'm picking up with this Page of Cups and Nine of Pentacles is that someone being saved, right? Like at the last moment when things are getting super, super rough, like that's when the goodness is going to come. Like almost like a miracle type of energy. And I don't want to use these words to sound like I'm being over theatric or anything like that. But the energy shift here was just very jarring, but we like the happy endings, right? We like things turning out good in the end. So a lot of you, if you feel like you're down in the dumps, if you feel like you're in the depths, know that things can and will get better. They can, all right? Things don't stay the same forever, good, bad, or indifferent. Let's go into the shadow card. Maybe these are things you need to tell someone around you as well. But we're going to get you one shadow card. I like that ending, though. It's abundance. It could be exciting news as well, like something that makes you feel like reinvigorated, like the life has come back. What's going on? What do we got here for Taurus? Like, it's not all bad. What's going on here, my guides? And yeah, we're just going to get one shadow card just to see what it is. What's in the shadows of Taurus? Using this shadow end. Yeah, here's the sun. So this is almost poetic, how this happened in this reading, because when we look at the shadow cards, usually I read the inverse meaning. The sun is the most positive card in the whole entire tarot deck. So the fact that it is showing up in the shadows might mean that somebody is having a very hard time staying optimistic and seeing the bright side or seeing the silver lining when an energy shows up like this. For a portion of you, this could represent a Leo that may have left a big mark on you in your life when the sun is here in the shadows. But this is things coming to light as well. Realizations, okay? So we've been seeing these little undertones, these little hints of energy throughout the whole entire reading that realizations could be happening. Or you might have some things deep down on the inside that it's much healthier for you to shine the light on. However, when I see the sun, even within the shadows, it tells me things aren't going to be dark forever. Things can and will get better. This is very optimistic, even though it's the shadow side. So just try your best, right? Try your best to find something to have hope in. So Taurus, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the November subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the October subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced the day after Halloween, November 1st. But for November, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Vice Versa Tarot once again. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, what are you most grateful for? 'Tis the season, am I right, my friends? That's all you need to do to enter. And at the end of November, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. My friends, as always, much love, and I'll see you next time.